We got a liar in here. Could it be the guy who's wearing the mask with the mustache and the black flat-brimmed hat? He's also wearing a black cape and a black puffy shirt.
And what is that man's name?
S'mora. Took me a minute. I just had to remember.
He looks like Zorro, but he's about s'mores, apparently.
You'll see. It's all developing.
Do you have any s'mores?
Don't you worry about that, kitten.
So no.
No s'mores for you.
Damn.
Okay.
S'mores.
Well, we got two truths and a lie here today. It is Jaybird, i.e. S'moro. We've got Denny's and Suits all here to tell us the story. We're going to start off with Suits here today. Suits, what is your story for two truths and a lie?
Well, just about a week ago, we had some water damage at the house. Nothing worse than getting water damage. And
Did you have a sewer line break like we had here at the building?
Not a sewer line. It was a sink pipe that was under the sink in the master bathroom.
Oh.
So the landlord hired someone to come in and replace the cabinet. It was just this one guy who really didn't do the greatest job, but he was there for hours working on this, and I was home alone just making sure that everything was good because my mom was out. So I just figured he sounds like he's working a lot. Let me offer the guy some water, you know? So I walk in there. He's completely naked in the bathroom when I walk in. I lock eyes with this guy, and he looks at me, and I just turn around and leave because I'm like, what the hell is he doing naked in my house? He comes back out afterward. He's wearing different clothes, and he apologizes and says that he was working up a sweat, and he brought a change of clothes. I'm like, dude, close the damn door.
And you walked in right as he was changing.
He had the door wide open. He was
plan.
naked. I'm like, what the hell are you doing naked in my house?
How's he hanging?
I mean, wasn't anything to write home about.
So average, below average?
I don't know. It wasn't anything that... I mean, I didn't exactly take a good look.
This is fascinating.
I made eye contact with him and just immediately, 180 right back out the bedroom door. And, yeah, it was very awkward when he apologized for it. But, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Fully naked in my house with the door open.
If it's true.
Wow.
Okay, Jaybird, S'moro, what you got over there for your story?
Well, back in 2001, I was working at this place, and a couple times I would see this guy by this water area, and one time he even smiled at me. And for whatever reason, I did notice his face, and me and my buddies would always walk over to this area to get some water. Well, a few months later, I see this person's face on the TV, and it's one of the people that was in the planes that flew into the Twin Towers on 9/11.
Really? One of the terrorists?
One of the terrorists.
Okay, so you see this guy. Where did you see him in
We saw
2001?
where I was working at, which was down in Delray, Boynton Beach area. I would walk up to the water area, and there was a guy me and my buddies would see a couple times. And when I saw him, for whatever reason, his face stood out. I didn't think anything of it, but then when I saw his picture on the TV, it was one of the dudes that was in one of the terrorists from 9/11.
And where was it you saw him again?
Boynton.
Okay.
Delray area.
Like at a store where you worked, or where was
That's all the details I'm going to give you.
it? Okay. Okay. All right. Just curious on that.
Give a guy an outfit. Now he wants to be a mystery.
I mean, and a mask and a cape does make you want to be a little mysterious.
Who is this masked man?
Thank you.
Who is this mystery?
Okay, and Denny's. Tell us your story. We'll figure out if you're telling a truth or a lie here.
Well, so back when I was in high school, my father and my uncle went into business together, both in insurance. My uncle lived up in Indianapolis. We lived down in Stewart at the time. And so my uncle started doing business with my dad, so he bought a condo out on Sewell's Point, like a one-bedroom condo right on the beach so that he could travel between the two and work. Anyway, so I was hanging out with a girl one night. My uncle came in town with my father, and they went out of town on a trip. So I had my dad's car, and there was a big party down in Palm Beach. In Stewart, it's cool to come down to Palm Beach parties because it's a little bit of a distance.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. And it's like,
okay.
oh, this is like big time.
So I had the girl I was courting. I picked up some beers. You know, I was underage. I had a license, a fake license. And we were going to go to the party. I get to the party, and it's broken up. And we drove about 40 minutes to get here.
No party?
I go, well, my uncle's got a condo we could go to. I didn't want to go back to my house. And I was trying to hook up and all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we went and, stayed at my uncle's condo. I had the keys to the car because they were out of town. And we, did our thing. Spent the night. In the morning, I left. Well, anyway, 3 months later, I hear my uncle on the phone talking to my dad, and he's talking about how his girlfriend Donna is going to break up with him, and that they're not going to get married. They're engaged.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Donna's out.
Donna's out, and my uncle's he's spending a lot more time down in Florida because they're going through a relationship issue. Well, about 6 months after that, I didn't think anything of it. 6 months after that, I hear him again on the phone. And he's saying, "I'm being brought down by a purple bra," right? And I go, "Purple bra?" I go, "Oh man, the girl I hooked up with had a purple bra. She had left it at the house when we hooked up. I didn't even know this. I live my life normally. My uncle goes back to the condo with Donna. They find this purple bra, and it starts this contentious relationship with them, and they're going to cancel everything."
Who does the purple bra belong to?
So I had to confess that I used their car. I took his keys, and I went into his condo, and that we had hooked up. I had to explain everything to my whole family.
It's the right thing to do.
And it saved their relationship, but I mean, it caused a lot of issues. And I didn't even know any of this was happening because, it was my dad and my uncle talking. So I would just catch little glimpses every now and then. And I
Purple
slowly
bra?
pieced it together over the course of half of a year. And it was right before the big, they were never going to talk to each other again.
Oh,
So
dang.
Dang.
fortunately, thankfully, caught that detail.
Where's Donna today?
They did not last after that. So, I mean, but that wasn't my fault.
No.
I did my
Okay,
best.
yeah.
I tried to clear the air.
Love's a crazy game.
They couldn't recover after the purple bra.
It didn't help. I'm sure
Yeah.
it certainly didn't help.
All right, who is telling the lie here? We heard 2 truths and 1 lie. Suit said that there was a naked service repair guy in his bathroom. When he came over for some work, the guy said he sweat through his clothes. And that's why Suits walked in on him naked, but apparently he didn't close the door. Jaybird says that he saw one of the 9/11 terrorists in Boynton Beach and didn't realize he did until after he saw his face on television after that fateful day. Denny's took a little road trip with a girlfriend and wound up at his uncle's condo. She left behind a purple bra that almost caused the demise of his uncle's relationship with his fiancee later.
Donna was pissed.
Yeah. So which one of these people here is telling us a fib? Now we're asking the people in the KVJ TV chat room right now. Jaybird is currently in the lead with 46% of the vote. Then they think Suits, and then Denny's. Virginia, you thought it's Suits that's telling the lie.
I did, because it's just so, whoa.
Yeah.
Naked plumber.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Any of these could be, I don't know. I was initially thinking maybe Jaybird. Suits does sound like that could be definitely a lie. Because, I mean, who the heck would do that and leave the door open, Virginia?
But once again, I mean, these guys, they've all spun the tale.
Some people think that Smorrow is just a distraction to
Yeah.
kind of elude the truth here, Virginia.
Yeah. Okay.
Smorrow is definitely a distraction. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm finding
That
it
is
hard to
true.
focus.
That is true.
He's a lot, Kevin.
Okay. And then who knows? Sometimes we get surprised. Denny's could be telling
You're
us the whole
right.
tale.
Look at this guy.
He's so meek and unassuming, but
Yeah.
is he a big fat liar?
Don't confuse his meekness with weakness.
Oh!
Smorrow!
Yeah.
It's actually a really good catchphrase.
know.
Yeah. Okay. Throw that out. Last minute, I think I'm going to switch my vote to Denny's. Yeah. I'm just
Dang!
going to switch it up here.
Look
Okay.
at you. You got Kevin on the ropes.
I know.
Yeah, we do.
it's-
We got
it's-
him.
Yeah, you could just, who knows, if I had a 3-sided coin, I'd flip it.
It's an interesting thing to see a great man struggle.
Where's the crate man? Oh, just kidding.
It is, yes, you're right. If we could only find him.
We'd love to watch.
Yeah. Okay, who is our liar today? It is
Me, you called it.
Denny's!
The whole thing's made up.
The
None of that's
purple
real.
bra never happened.
It's done.
Yes.
okay.
Him and Donna are still together?
No, they didn't last, but I had nothing to do with it.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry, Donna.
Yeah, there's a couple other things in that relationship.
Well, everybody knows Donna made the mistakes.
Yeah, that's her fault.
Denny's definitely full the chat room.
Good job, Denny's.
Yes, yes.
Good job,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you.
So, Bird, where did you see the terrorists?
So I used to work down at a baseball camp area, and there was right where we worked at. That was where a lot of the terrorists were staying at.
And those apartments.
Yes,
Yes.
and me and my
Yeah.
buddy would sometimes sneak over to the side area to go get some water. We like the water over there, and we saw
Terrorist water is delicious.
Well, it was very cold, and
Like
we
their
s-
hearts.
Well, we saw the guy twice, and the reason why it stuck out is because we saw him on TV, and me and my buddy go, is that the guy we've seen? And then we find out that they're all at that building
They
right
lived there.
Now, we are 99% sure that was the guy from the building that was on the TV that we had
If you
seen.
saw him on TV and you're like, oh my gosh, that was the guy by the water fountain.
And both of my friends, exactly.
Everybody in the group said the same thing.
Absolutely.
And they did live
They
in
did.
apartments
They
in
did.
Boynton.
They did.
It was by that flight school where they were all training.
Yeah. Remember my roommate, his mom lived right below them. In
Yes.
an apartment in Delray. And yeah, she said she heard him tinkering up there.
Tinkering with probably bombs and stuff.
It's crazy. Everyone's got. It seems like after the fact, when you go, oh my gosh, that was going on. Everyone seems to have a story.
Well, this is what developed that whole see something, say something. Because, you heard them making bombs, but you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because you didn't think that
No.
they'd be making bombs.
Yeah, I just thought, who knows what's going on up there.
Now,
Well, then I asked one of the other people, and they didn't remember. So I was. That's why I'm always 99% sure, because they're like, well, "What are you talking about?" But my other friend goes, "Dude, absolutely, that's the guy." So I don't know.
Smorrow knows.
Okay.
No
Smorrow
man
knows.
is perfect all the time.